What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? Marky Mark here. Welcome to Marky Mark Philippines Life. Guys, I'm here in Dipolog, of course, and it's a little bit after 8 p.m. And as you can see, I'm walking the boulevard here, and I actually just left McDonald's. I sat down and ate a couple of apple pies. I say a couple because the apple pies are really, really small in the Philippines. And so a couple of them, but I'm here on the boulevard here, and I'm just strolling down, doing some thinking. When I was at McDonald's, I actually met a young lady there. Well, she was a worker. She was one of the workers there, and I sat up on the second floor of the McDonald's. And this young lady was phenomenal. I mean, we had a great conversation, and her English was really, really good, great personality. And I knew that that was someone that I needed to speak to, because I could tell that she had things going on in her life. And we went from one topic to the next. And what I really enjoyed was she understood the Western world. She understood why I wanted to get out of the United States. Look, I'm not bashing the United States. I'm just saying she understood why. And so she was telling me about some of the things that she does and some of the foreigner friends that she has and so forth. And I was telling her about my vlogging, my YouTube channel, and she got several of my business cards because she knows so many people. She said she's going to give them to her friends, and she's going to tell all her friends to make sure that they subscribe on YouTube to Marky Mark Philippines Life. But it was a great conversation, and that's what I love, guys, is I love networking. Can get you a lot of places. You know, networking can open so many doors for you. And it works two ways. It opens so many doors for you, but it also opens doors for them, because you have that bond, that friendship, that acquaintanceship that sometimes can last for years. And that's one thing that I did my best to teach my sons. I know with my youngest son, Travis, who's now a professional golfer, but he's watched me network and do network marketing all of his life, and he really learned from his dad, you know, and he took that skill of networking into his golf career, and he's got phone numbers and emails of so many golfers that are on the PGA Tour and, you know, the senior tour and so forth. But just opening your mouth, smiling at people, just like I did this evening while I was at McDonald's. And the thing is, when you do that, somehow, some way, you always end up connecting with the right person. And tonight, I connected with the right person, with Roxanne. And she gave me some great suggestions about how I should, suggestions about vlogging in Dipolog. And she told me, she says, yeah, the way you're doing it, she says, you're going to make a lot of friends. And she said, Dipolog's going to know you and they're going to love you. And so I showed her my back office on my YouTube, because she said, I'm thinking about doing some vlogging one day and all. And so I gave her some tips and showed her my back office on YouTube. And, you know, I'm only like 124 subscribers away from getting that email from YouTube saying that you're monetized. If you want to make money on your videos, once you hit that 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, you'll get an email inviting you to get monetized. So she didn't know that. And she's like, oh, I didn't realize that. And I said, yeah, it takes a lot of work, a lot of consistency. You're going to get a lot of criticism, right, from people, you know, some who don't know what they're talking about, some that do know what they're talking about. But you just got to keep plowing forward and giving them the content, having a lot of fun. And I told her, I says, you know, I mean, imagine making money, because she was the one that she was the one that brought it up first. She said, yeah, I understand you can make money by being a successful vlogger or YouTube personality, content creator. And I said, absolutely. And so, but she didn't know how. And so I explained to her one of the ways that you could do that. So it was a great conversation. I showed her a few of my videos. I'm not showed her the whole video, but I showed her that I had like over 150 videos or somewhere in that area. And she said she's definitely going to check a lot of them out and tell her friends and so forth, and get my cards in the hands of a lot of people. But she complimented me, and it felt good, guys, because you know, when you feel like you're doing the right thing, you feel like, because not every vlogger is for everybody. We know that. I know there's going to be many people, there's going to be more people that love you than people that don't like you, right? And I understand that. That's just the way life is. But it feels so refreshing to meet somebody through networking, just talking, and just people helping people is really what it's about, right? Just people helping people. And so she thanked me for what I showed her and the tips and information that I gave her. And I thanked her for giving me some tips for this wonderful city of DePolo that I live in, and how to really connect with the people. And she loved my business cards. Oh, when I gave her the card, the biggest smile came across her face, and you know, she was like, you know, these folks will she said they will love these cards, because not many vloggers have cards. She said they will love these cards. Yeah. I said, oh really? I said I should give them out to everybody that speaks to me or sees me vlogging or knows me as a vlogger. And she said absolutely, absolutely. And so that's another confirmation that the card, not only do I know the cards work, but that's another confirmation, because coming from a DePolo person here where I am, she's like, yeah, keep doing this. So sound really, really good. But I talked to her, and we even talked about my girlfriend Lynn, right? We talked about my lady Lynn, and I was telling her that, you know, how I'd never put Lynn on camera. But no, I know what it was. So she was looking through my videos. Roxanne was looking through my videos, and she saw this lady, and she thought it was my girlfriend. But she said, oh, she said, your wife is really pretty, like that. And I said, oh no, that's not my wife. That's just somebody, you know, while I was vlogging, that was a lady that came across, you know, I was talking to or whatever. And she said, oh, I'm sorry, you know. And I told her that I don't put her on camera. I don't highlight her on a video. You might hear her voice, but I don't highlight her on the video because she requested that I not do that. Plus, I don't want to do that because I don't want to open her up to a lot of things. You know, it's a cruel world out there. And, but yeah. And so she said, yeah, she said, I understand what she means. So she could even relate to Lynn, why Lynn didn't want to be featured on video. Yeah, because once you open yourself up to this social media world, you are a target no matter what, you know. And there's some people out there that they live to crush your world, right? And I'm not gonna let them do that to her. So, but yeah, so guys, like I said, I'm just walking the boulevard, just enjoying myself. I'm out here pretty much by myself. Look around. There's not many people out here at all. You know, hardly anybody out here. And I love it. I can hear the crickets. There's a couple of folks over there shooting baskets. I might shoot some baskets with that guy. Who knows? But there's some folks over here shooting baskets by themselves. And yeah. But this is the life I wanted. You know, Roxanne asked me, she says, why did you choose DePolo? And of course I told her about all the videos that I watched, and one of the things that the other vloggers were saying is that DePolo is a great place to raise a family, or if you have a girlfriend or a wife, it's a great place to have a nice relationship, because the people in DePolo are generally more conservative. They're so friendly. They are open to help you and things like that. And I said, that's the reason why I chose DePolo over any of the other cities here in the Philippines. This is why I chose DePolo. So yeah, it's all good, everybody. It's all good. So just wanted to come on here and share a little bit of that. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Hope you all have a great day, wherever day it is for you. It is Saturday night here. But I hope you all have a great Saturday over in the United States and everything. And thank you so much for supporting. And please share, or at least tell everybody about Marky Mark Philippines Life. And I'm going to continue to do my very best to bring y'all content that you might be interested in. And if you're not interested in it, just keep scrolling. I get it, man. Hey, there's some stuff, there's some content creators out there and some vloggers that I don't particularly care for, and I just keep on scrolling. I don't leave a nasty comment with them and tell them they need to do this and they need to do that. All I do is just zip. I just keep on scrolling, guys. So thanks so much for watching. I'm Marky Mark. Remember, stay safe, keep your head on the swivel, And don't you dare trust anybody 100%.